Hello guys, today in my YouTube video we are going to be looking at this website. It is called arcade.makecode.com, and on this website made by Microsoft you can create your own games by using code blocks. Today we are going to be picking one of these games and making it to show you how to do it. So I don't know exactly which one to do, but I was thinking to try Chase the Pizza. You can either do blocks, JavaScript or Python. We're going to do blocks. Just wait a minute for it to load. Taking a bit longer than usual, but no problem. Okay, in this tutorial you will create a game with two sprites. Sprites are like a player sprite and a food sprite. The goal of the game is to eat as much pizza as you can before the time runs out. Each time your player catches the pizza you gain points and your countdown is restarted. Okay, this looks interesting. Open the Scene Toolbox drawer and drag the Set Background Color block onto the Start block in your workspace. There is a light bulb to help you if you're stuck. So this is a grey color. We should go to the grey draw box, and we need to get the Set Background Color 2. There's only one, so that's the exact one. You just drag it into it. So, I don't know which color I should pick, but I think that I'm just gonna go for a green. In the Set Background Color block, click on the grey oval. Okay, so it's telling us to pick a color in the oval. We've already done that, so we're good. Open the Sprites Toolbox drawer. It's blue, so it should be this one. And on the first block, set my sprite into the OnStart block. And then we need to create a new player. So, sprites, the set my sprite, drag it under the set background color. And then we should be good. Let me just click this to be sure. Yes, this is exactly. Okay, draw your player character by clicking on the grey square in the Set My Sprite block. Okay, so it's right here. Okay, so we can draw anything. Or, if it's gonna work, you should be able to go to Gallery, and then you'll have an assortion of players to pick. And for our player, which one should I pick? I think I'm gonna pick who should I pick? I'm gonna pick this little girl over here. And then I'm gonna press done. There we go. After that, we'll go next. Open the controller toolbox and drag the Move My Sprite with buttons. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna drag it here. After the Set My Sprite block, okay, it's underneath. This will allow you to move your player sprite around the screen with arrow keys. Try it out in the game simulator. Okay, so I'm moving with arrow keys. Let me see if this is right. This should be right. Okay. Whoa, it works! But instead of using the mouse, I think I'm gonna use... I don't think the arrow keys on my keyboard would work for this, so... But it is cool, you can use your mouse to drag over here. and there's A and B buttons for when you've finished. Menu and restart. Next, open the sprites toolbox drawer, so this one, and drag another set my sprite 2 on the start block. This will be the pizza sprite in our game. The game is supposed to be like a smiley face eating pizza, but I think I'm gonna do something else. I want to go with like a Finding Nemo kind of theme. So I picked this girl, and then if I have another character, which is gonna be the pizza, and we'll see in the next one. In the set my sprite 2, go on open menu and then rename variable, type in pizza. Okay, I'm gonna rename my variable as Nemo. And I'm gonna rename this one as well as, who should I name it? I'm gonna say, I don't really know a character from Finding Nemo that's a girl. I'm just gonna go with little girl. I'm gonna press OK. And then for the next, let me just see if I'm doing this correctly. Rename variable. Okay, good. The next one, in the set pizza block on the player, kind open finds, and then from here, instead of player, we're gonna go to food, and then that should be it. Let me just check real quick. Okay, that's it. And then click on the grey box for set pizza, and then go to gallery view. A small pizza, okay, or any other image you could like. I'm going to pick a little fish. Hopefully they have a clownfish. There we go. We have a clownfish right here. And then I'm gonna press done. You can pick any other characters you want, but I'm gonna go with this. Next, open the sprites toolbox drawer and drag on this on sprite overlaps other sprite. You can place this anywhere. And just so you know, guys, when you have like a grey loading screen, it's just recognizing your code so that it can do what you want it to do. So we're gonna go to the sprites, and then sprite, we're gonna on sprite overlaps other sprite. So it's this one. And drag it anywhere in your workplace. I'm gonna drag it here. Let me just check really quick if that was yes, that is correct. After that, on sprite overlap with the other sprite block, click on the second player after the other sprite. Okay, so we're gonna click this as food. And then we're gonna press next. When our player overlaps with the pizza sprite, let's add on a game to our score, a score to our game. Open the info toolbox, okay, and draw the change score, so this one, on the sprites overlap block. So this one, good. And then let me just check, correct. If you're stuck in anything, just go to the big light bulb, and then it will show you what your code needs to look like. Let's set the position for the pizza in the random locations of the screen. Open the sprite toolbox drawer and drag the set my sprite position block into the on sprite overlaps other sprite with your block workspace. If you're not quite sure what it means, just click the light bulb, it will show you. If this is blue, it's most likely in the sprite sets my sprite to position. Let me check if it's here. Set my sprite to position. Okay. I'm going to drag it here. Next. We need to click this as pizza. In this case, it is my Nemo. Okay. If it has an exclamation mark, just do the next step of your code and then it will leave. If it doesn't, then try and go back to see what you mixed up. Open the math toolbox, so this one, and drag pick random. So it's this one, and drop it into the set pizza position. Okay, replacing the 0 values. Oh, so there should be 2 instead of 1. I'm gonna now drag another one and click it over here. I'm gonna drag it a bit more to the maybe I could drag down it. Okay, that's really useful. So we're gonna drag down a bit and place it a bit more visually. Next, the arcade game screen is 160 pixels wide and 120 pixels high. In the first pick random box, X coordinate of the set. I don't quite understand this text, so I'm gonna go to the light bulb and it will tell me how to do it. So on the first pick random, so the X, the second box, you need to put 160 and then 120 in the other one. So I'm gonna do what it says, 160 and then 120. And guys, if your code doesn't really work, you should go back and reread the work and check it. So right now you can move your character and you can pick up your Nemo, which is really cool. There's scores, but we need to make this a little more interesting, because if you don't, then you're going to be doing this for a long time. So now we need to go to the info toolbox and get a countdown so that you have a bit more pressure. So this will make your character have a countdown to how long you need to get the character. I'm gonna put my countdown to 5 seconds. Congratulations, you have completed our game. Using the game simulator to play your moving player around the skin, try to... Okay. Let me just check. Okay, I didn't miss anything. I have the same code, so I think I'm good. And if I don't finish in the countdown, I lose. I can't win yet because I need to have a high score. I'm gonna finish this. Just wait for it to load. And then you can change the name if you want to. I'm gonna name mine to Finding Nemo. And then I'm gonna publish project. You can copy the link so you can send it to friends and family. And there you go. You have a game. That was the Finding Nemo. Let me just try to get a high score. Yeah, I can't really play it well. Maybe I could change the score to a bit higher because it's a bit hard. So I'm going to do 10 seconds. And then the code should change to 10 seconds. And now that you've finished the game, you have access to any code that you want. And that was my game. I hope you liked it. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.